Hey guys, it's your team leader, Joe Gorby, Lifetime Diamond Beachbody Coach. I wanted to make a quick little video for you about how I made it from a very beginning coach to Lifetime Diamond, and from working part-time or full-time at my dental hygiene job to now working part-time and to hopefully being able to leave my job within the next year. And the biggest thing is from consistency and my to-do list. So I sat down today and I thought about, what did I do when I first started as a coach? When I was a brand new coach, what was I doing every single day? And I wrote down, 8 things. And surprisingly, it's what I still do today. And it's just a little bit different, maybe a little bit more involved now. But it's the basics, it's your 3 vital behaviors. So if you don't have a pen and paper out, please go get one. Hit pause on this video right now and go get a pen and a paper, because I'm going to have you write down these 8 things, and it's going to be your to-do list. And I'm going to challenge you to do this every single day without fail. Do not miss a day. There are no rest days. And if you want your business to grow, if you want to make this a full-time income, you cannot slow down for a long time. And eventually you'll be able to slow down. But it's the work that you put in now that is going to help you later in the future. So, got your pen and paper ready. That's good. Number 1 through 8. And I'm gonna quick run through all of them, and then I'm gonna go back and dissect them for you. So number 1 is invite 10. Invite 10 every single day. Number 2, follow up with all. Number 3, add 5 people to my friends' Facebook page. So add 5 new friends every single day. 4, set up posts for my like page and for my groups for the next day. Number 5 is respond to all my comments on my event pages and challenge groups. Go through my notifications. Number 6, make my event pages, group pages, set up Hootsuite, advertising posts, etc. Make what I will need for the next day or two. If I need to make something like a cool post with PicMonkey, I'll make that at night before the next day and then email it to myself so I can upload it to my cell phone right away. Number 7, and this is huge, okay? Look at a top coach's page and copy just one of her posts for the next day. I use my own words, I use my own picture, and I study what else on her page has gotten a lot of likes and what did not do well, and learn from this top coach. And I picked different top coaches. I studied all of the top coaches, and I still do to this day, study top coaches and see what works for them and mimic what they're doing. If they're talking about their family a lot, I'm going to talk about my family a lot. So I'm not going to copy their exact post word for word, but I'm going to learn from them and see what they're doing that's working for them. Number 8 is post on my personal page 4 times a day. 1 workout post, 1 food post, 1 family post, and 1 fun post. 4 times a day. And that's it. I did that every single day without fail. And I still do that every single day. Some days are better than others. Some days are not good. Some days I get tons of stuff done. But I always invite, and I always follow up, and I always add to my network. Those are huge, huge, huge. And what I did when I first started was, whenever I would have time, so at work on my lunch hour, I literally have this to-do list, which is now awesome because we have our BAT, Business Activity Tracker. And that's basically what this is following your BAT. But I would have this little to-do list in my pocket. I have it typed out here. It's, I don't know, see how small this is? I would write it out in a sticky note and put it in my pocket at work. And on my lunch hour, I would go scarf down food. At that time, I was drinking Shakeology for lunch. And then I'd go to my computer and I would start with number 1. and I wouldn't do anything until number 1 was done. So invite 10. I would go through and invite 10 new people, and I wouldn't stop, and I wouldn't get distracted by anything until I invited 10. Once I invited 10, I put a check mark, and then I went on to number 2. Follow up with everybody. Okay, let's do that. So I'd go through and I'd follow up with everybody. And I would not check my news feed. I wouldn't check I would turn my notifications off. I wouldn't do anything until I followed up with everybody. And then once that was done, I'd go on to number 3. Did I add 5 people to my network today? If not, then I need to do it. If I added 4, then I need to find 1 more person, etc. And go on until I got through the list. If my lunch hour ended before I got through the list, I would draw a line as to where I was. And when I got home from work, I'd pick up right where I left off. So that's how I did it's what we call a power hour, a to-do list. And it's just consistency, doing that stuff day in and day out. Trust me, there were numerous days, and still are numerous days, where I didn't want to do that. Like, I don't want to, I'm so sick of this. But I knew that if I were to continue doing this, it would pay off. And it does, and it does, and it does. Some months are slow months. Last month I had a slow month. So instead of inviting 10 a day, I was literally inviting like 30 to 40 people a day. And now, this month, my message box is ridiculous. So on those months where things are going a little bit rough and you need to give yourself a push, as I say, that doesn't mean to be pushy with people. That just means to do your to-do list and then put it on steroids and do, like, instead of invite 10, invite 20 or 30. Instead of adding 5 to your network, add 30 or 40. Do what you can do to get it done. That's what a push is when you overexert yourself. You push harder than what you actually have ever done before in hopes of going forward. And I guarantee you, if you make that push, you will move forward. I'm going to screen share with you guys now. And go into my Facebook, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. And my strategy, I have a system, and it's always good to have a system for everything that you do, just so that it makes it easier so you don't have to stress out, okay? So number 1, invite 10. You're probably wondering, how in the world do you invite 10 every single day? How do you get that to happen? I go into my friends list, and I have this little piece of paper, and it's still sitting here right next to my computer. And here, you can't read it because of the lighting in here. But every day, I start with a letter. So what I do is I go into my friends list where it says search for your friends. Right now, I'm on the letter I. So I type in I, and that's it. Type in I, see who comes up. Let's see these names. Let's see, I don't think I've talked to her in a while. I just hit message, I hover over their name, I'm not clicking anything, and then I click on message, and it brings a little message screen right down over here. I haven't talked to her in a while. Some of these I don't really know if I have, but this is how I get my invites in. So just keep watching how I figure out who I'm going to be inviting. So I go through and I get all of these message screens open on the bottom. Let's see, and then I just go through and I read each one. So it looks like I haven't talked to this girl since December. That's like 4 months. I feel comfortable sending her a message. I mean, I'm going to send her a message. Hey, girl. I don't think I'll say that. I'm going to say, hey, girl. there, typed in a very vague message. And the reason why I did that is now what I'm going to do is highlight this. Happy. And then go on to the next one. Now this girl I haven't talked to since November. I feel good talking to her. I'm going to use my message right in here. This girl, let's see, it's November. I'm going to talk to her. I just talked to her in February, so I'm not going to talk to her again. This is January. I kind of give myself 2 or 3 months. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for right now for the purpose of this call. But once I have the I sound, then I type in IA. See what comes up. Then IB, IC, D, E. I go through the whole alphabet. So I'm done with the I's, and then I go on to J, and so on and so forth. And then once I get my 10 in, then I'm done for that day, and I write down on this piece of paper what the last search I did, and then the next day I'll start off at that letter. So that's my way of going through my whole friends list all the time and just constantly rotating through everybody. It's just my system that works for me. So you got to find a system that works for you, and that seems to be pretty foolproof for myself. Number 2, follow up with all. So my next system for follow-ups and messaging is when I go to messages, all of these messages in here are current. These are all current. When I'm done talking to somebody, I archive the message. Then I know I'm done for right now. So all of these people, when I go to follow up, I scroll all the way to the bottom of my inbox, and I start with this one, and I just move up the list, see where I'm at in the conversation, and message them. I already did my follow-ups for today, so I'm not going to do them right now. But I message each one individually if I need to. I have follow-up messages, so I always follow up twice. The first message I say, hey, I just usually say, hey girl, how you doing? I just wanted to check in and see if you were still interested in the fitness group that we were talking about. That's the first follow-up. I wait a day. If they don't respond back, I message again, and that one says, let me find one. Right here. My follow-up number 2 says, hey girl, sorry I do not want to keep bothering you, so let me know if I am. Just wanted to check in and see if you were still interested in the fitness group we were talking about. Hope all is well. We'll talk soon. Chill. That's when I see in my messages the word sorry, I do not want to keep bothering you. I know that it's time to archive that message and move on. They will message me back when they're ready. I've tried twice to get a hold of them. They're not responding. I'm going to move on and find people who are ready right now. That's a silent no. That's them saying I'm not ready right now. And they will message you back when they are ready. So that's how I do my follow-ups. I go through until I've followed up with everybody, or at least read out a great conversation. And then I'm done with number 2. Adding to your network. A good way to start, and how I started when I first started with Facebook, is people go in the search bar, go to people I may know, and hit enter. It's going to come up with a list of people that you might know, that you probably have a lot of friends in common with. And I'm not going to add these people right now, because a lot of these people I don't actually know. Once you get over 1,000 friends, you're going to have a lot of friends in common with a lot of different people. So a lot of these people I don't actually know. So I'm not going to add them. But when I first started and I wanted to grow my friends list, I would go through here and be like, oh my gosh, I do know this person. Oh my gosh. And I would just go through and hit add friend, etc. What you want to make sure is that you don't add too many in a day. So I would limit yourself to like 10. If you click add friend to too many people and too many of them do not respond back, then you're going to go into Facebook jail and not be allowed to add friends for a couple weeks. And that will be very hurtful for your business. So don't do too many, maybe 10 a day. And then at the beginning of every day, what you want to do, and I think I have some outstanding that I have to do, but you click your little friend guy up here, you go to see all at the bottom. Up here it says view sent requests. I'm going to go in there. I have a few that are outstanding, and it's been a while since I did that. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cancel these requests. They haven't responded. They probably ignored it just to make it go away. So that means they don't want to be my friend, and that's totally fine. So I go through and I cancel. If you have too many of these outstanding requests like that, you'll also go into Facebook jail. So you want to make sure to check that daily. Number 4 is set up posts for like page and for the next day. So if you have a like page, hopefully most of you do now, go to your like page, and if you did not know, you can write a post and set it up for the next day. So for instance, if I wanted to write accountability time, what's for lunch? I want that to go at noon tomorrow. I'm going to hit schedule. Go to the little scheduling dude. Type in 4/9 at noon. Hit schedule. And it's scheduled for tomorrow at noon. That will post. I try to do 4 posts a day. All different things. In the morning, something inspirational. At lunch, something about food. At 3 o'clock is when a lot of people are scrolling through Facebook and they're bored at work. So something that's catchy and funny, and that doesn't take a lot of time to read. Usually people are kind of tired at that time of day, so nothing that's really inspirational at that time. At 6 o'clock, either something to do with fitness, something to do with family, exercising with family, something like that. And then 8 o'clock are the money posts that I sponsor. So right now I have this one going on. I sponsored this for $1 a day for 7 days, and it's just basically a call to action is what we call that. It's had 13 shares, which is great. 6,832 people have seen this post. There's still a couple days left, and a couple dollars, and I have 25 people interested, and I've emailed almost all of them. I have to work on that tonight. So that's something that you'll want to set up. If you can't sponsor it, if you can't pay for it quite yet, that's fine. Have all of your friends and family go to that post and like it or share it. The more likes you get and the more shares you get, the more people will see it. So use your friends and family, people who really want to help you. That's the best way for them to help, is for them to like your stuff and share it. So that is number 4. Set up your posts. Do not take a lot of time setting them up. These are things, these like pages, people are scrolling through their Facebook and they're not going to take the time to really study your page. So don't take the time to really think about it. I mean, make everything look nice for sure, especially your profile picture and the banner at the top. But when they're scrolling, they're going to pass right by it. You know, they're only going to spend 10 seconds at the most. That's like a really long time to spend looking at a post. So don't put too much thought into it. Do something that's eye-catching where somebody will notice it quick and keep going. So that's number 4. Number 5 is respond to all comments, event pages, and challenge groups. I have a system for that as well. And what I do is, I don't know if you know, but when you're in a group or when you have a group, go to this one. Let's go to this one. When you have a group or when you're in a group, either one, you can go to this little setting things and click add to favorites. Hold on. Oh, right here it says remove from favorites because I already have it. But add to favorites. When you add it to the favorites, it'll show up on the left of your screen, right up at the top. And so when I'm responding to everybody and to comments, etc., I go through and I click on every challenge group I'm in and just go through and respond and do what I need to do all the way up the list until I'm done. That's my system for that. And then I go to my personal page and my like page and respond to those things as well. Number 6 is make event pages, group pages, set up Hootsuite, advertising posts, etc. So now that I've done pretty much everything I need to do with people, with talking to people, etc., now I go into like the more office setting, working behind the scenes of what a Beachbody coach does. And that is make event pages, make group pages, set up Hootsuite. So usually on Friday, I'm setting up my groups that are starting on Monday. I set up the group page. I get everybody in that group that's supposed to be in that group. If it's Sunday nights, I do Hootsuite, which is automatically scheduling all my posts that go into challenge groups. I have them all automatically scheduled out through Hootsuite. So every Sunday, I do that for the whole week. Advertising posts. I try to do that on a Friday or a Monday, and I try to think, what am I going to be doing this week that's going to need some advertising and some banners made up, and I make them up ahead of time, and I email them to myself and save them on my phone. That way, if I'm out and about, I can upload them to Facebook, to Instagram, to anything that I want, any social media from my phone or my computer. So I do that kind of stuff after I talk to everybody. Number 7 is look at Top Coach's page and copy one of her posts for the next day. Let's talk about that a little bit. Super important to do. So we all know our fearless leader, Anita Myron. She is definitely somebody that you want to follow. There's so many people. A good way is I'll show you in just a minute how to look up the top 10 or the top 25 in your back office. But it's a good thing to do is to go to the Top Coaches pages and scroll through and see what they're doing. So here she is posting a picture of Scarlett. Oh, so cute. And then a picture of her in her suit. Of course, she has this awesome transformation, so she shares it at least once a day in different ways. It's not always a before and after picture. Right now, it's her bathing suit picture. That's awesome. It's constantly something that she's throwing up there. Not in your face, look what I've done, but look what you can do too. It's inspiring for people to see that. This is something somebody else shared. She talks about her team and how her team is growing. That's something that I need to work on a little bit better. It doesn't get as many likes, but it's good for people to show that or see that you're a leader and that you're doing something. She talks about fashion. Again, more about her team. Let's see. These are all people that. This is an inspirational post. These are really good. The one thing you want to notice is look at all of these pictures. Good lighting. That's good lighting. Okay? The picture, this is good lighting. Good. You can see faces. You can see everything really good. You need your pictures to look good. You can't have a clouded picture where everybody's like, who is that? I can't see. Like how I look right now in this call, all washed out because of the lighting. This is not a good lighting picture. I wouldn't want to post it on Facebook at all. Scarlett, food. Here's another food picture. Her family. So basically, food, fitness, family, and fun. Those are the 4 F's to what to post. One a day. That's what you want to do. So every day you want to go and find a top leader, coach, and follow them and see what they're doing. Let's go into the Team Beachbody website, and I'll show you how to do that into our online office. Sign in. Okay, so when you get into your online office, what you want to do is go to Success Club or Recognition. Let me try them both. Probably Recognition. Yep, you want to go to Incentives and Rewards and then Recognition. And right over here on the left side is all the recognitions. So Elite and Elite 10 Adventure. That's awesome. Oh, that's just talking about. So this is the leaderboard. These are the top 25 people. I think there's 25 on there. There's a little bit more than that. These are the top coaches right now as we speak. You know, they update this once a month. And right now, this is the list of who are the top coaches. Write them down, you know, snip it, paste it, whatever you can do, and find them on Facebook and follow them. Click on follow on their profile. It's over here, Anita's profile. You can add them as a friend. They sometimes don't always, but right up here at the top where it says follow, click follow and follow them. Then when you search them, you'll be able to search them. So let's see. I think I follow Melanie Mitro. You should definitely follow her. She's the #1 coach this year, so that's pretty awesome. So since I'm following her, when I search for her, she comes right up. And it's good to post. Look, she's posting about, this is so cool. I love that picture. She's posting about being in the elite coaches. That shows that she's a leader. She's nice talking about her next boot camps. Oh, this is funny. A little something funny. You know, she's talking about family. Basically everything, the same things that Anita was talking about. So follow those top coaches. That's huge. You know, they know they were all where we are right now at one point in time, and they made it big. They made it work. So following what they do, it's like following the leader. You will move up by following them. Okay, moving on. #8 is post on your personal page 4 times per day. Which I just touched on that. It kind of blends them together. Family, fun, fitness, and food. The 4Fs. Family, fun, fitness, food. 4 times a day, whatever order you want. They don't always definitely don't always advertise saying things like, oh, I love my Shakeology. Ask me if you want to try some. Terrible. Don't say that. See if any of the top coaches say that. They don't. So, saying other things nonchalantly, like, I love that my Shakeology tastes like Starbucks every morning. Instead of spending $5, I'm spending less than that and getting more nutrition, something like that. But don't say, message me if you want to know about it, because guess what? People will message you all by themselves. If they want to know about it, they will contact you. Trust me, it happens all day long. And those are my 8 things. You do that every single day. Every single day. It sounds like a lot, but you'll get systems. You'll get into a groove, and you'll be able to pound through that list like nothing, and just get it done. And then you'll be able to reap the rewards. You will see huge rewards. They give you a week to do it. You know, do it every day for a week and see what happens with your business and how much it transforms in just those 5 to 7 days. A few other side notes I have written down is obviously you need to be drinking your Shakeology, working out, and doing your personal development every single day. Those are not on my to-do list because my to-do list is what I do in the hours that I have on the computer. But every day I drink Shakeology for breakfast. Every day I work out. There's some days in the morning, some days at night. It all just depends on like when my TurboKit classes are and stuff. But every day I work out. That's non-negotiable. And then personal development every single day. Every single day, I get almost all of my personal development in the car. I listen to podcasts and books on tape. Well, they're not on tape anymore. They're on iTunes. Books on iTunes. But that, and the National Wake Up Calls and coaching calls and YouTube videos, whatever I can do in the car, I do in the car. And I get that in. So I get in hours of personal development. It's hugely necessary. It's the only way that you will succeed is if you do personal development and work on yourself. Another little note I have is you have to be on every coach call that you can. You need to get on. If there's a team call, get on the team call. If you can't get on it, watch the recording and implement what you learn. You need to be doing that. If you're not listening to coach calls, team calls, the national makeup call, etc., you're not going to go places. You need to be doing that. And then last but not least, fake it until you make it. When I met Anita, I thought she was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And she was still a diamond coach. She didn't have any stars yet. She was still brand new. And I had no idea. I was like, wow, this girl's at the top. Holy cow, no, she wasn't yet. Now she is, but she wasn't then. She faked it until she made it. And that's what you need to do too. So have confidence. When something happens in your business that is good and successful, talk about it, share it with your followers, with your family and your friends, and share it like you're the number one coach. Don't say demeaning things about yourself. Put yourself out there like you're the number one coach, and people will come to you. You will attract those leaders by doing that. So that's my power hour. I hope that helps you guys. Again, get out your pen and paper and rewatch this if you need to, and write down those steps and do those every single day. It is so, so important. Please message me after you've watched this and tell me that you're going to do them. I want to hear it. I'd love to hear that. So, and definitely let me know if you have any questions. All right. I hope you guys have a good day, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.